Welcome everyone to CoolTrade, and we're going to talk about the future of online trading, which is CoolTrade. The game has changed. We're looking at CoolTrade as the future of the stock market. We think everybody within a couple years, within a couple decades, is going to be automating their trades, and we're basically the start of this. So CoolTrade was started by Ed Barsano. He started out working in the U.S. Navy. He was doing data processing. He was programming, and he was really, really good at it. He just has an eye for stats, an eye for numbers. And, okay, so he was picked up to manage nuclear reactors and program them for the U.S. government. All right, then those systems that were used to, manage those nuclear reactors were, some similar computers were bought by Microsoft. And he was one of the people that knew how to run them, one of the few people in America that knew how to run those systems. So he started working with Microsoft and worked there until 1995. Worked on a lot of software that we know and use today, Word, Excel, and SQL database. And so he retired with millions of dollars in 1995. Well, he didn't know what to do and just kept trading his money in the stock market, and well, he bought and held it, and it grew a lot. In the tech bubble, well, the tech bubble burst in 2000. He lost millions. He lost over half his money. That really irked him. He just wanted vengeance. But, he didn't know where to start, but then he met a few people that actually lost more. They lost 60, 80, 85% because they rode the bubble all the way to the bottom, that crash. I mean, how many of you lost money in the crash in 2008? Or know someone that did lose 40%, 50% of their money? Maybe more. So Ed vowed to make the stock market a safer place to trade. He became a stockbroker, he learned the ins and outs of the system, and then he got started. So think of the stock market as a battlefield. It really is. It's like all of these big institutions. Some have made money, some have lost money, most have lost money, and everyone is competing for the money. Why aren't middle class investors the ones winning that battle? Well, they have a lot of things going against them that the big institutions don't. The first one is fear. Here's the thing. It's hard to look at all these people losing money in the stock market and have any faith that you can do better than they did. Especially if you're starting from zero, or you're just trying your hardest, but you're just alone. You don't know when to buy, when to sell. There's a lot of fear there because there's a lot of chance that you can lose, and a lot of people do lose. Well, a lot of people say it's too hard. Yeah, it is. It is for most people too hard. The problem is, you don't know when the stock's going to go up and when it's going to go down. That's trouble. That means if you're just going in blind and you're just trying to buy low and trying to sell high, you might buy at the top and then sell at the bottom. So, it's really hard. Other people say they don't have time. This is true. People have day jobs. If they're retired, they want to live their life. They don't have time to babysit all their stocks, to watch the market like a hawk and make sure that they're getting in right at the right time, getting out right at the right time. That's really hard for people. Besides that, if you wanted to learn how to fix that, how to trade the market, yeah, you do have to watch it like a hawk, and you have to learn how to do that. And people are greatly misinformed. A lot of people think that they'll just be able to make basic investment decisions by just watching the TV, reading some free report or some paid report, and it'll tell them why a certain stock went up or down and what their expectation is that something else is going to boom soon. There are lots of, you know, websites and channels out there and with pundits, people that are just, professionals that are being interviewed telling you that the market's going to crash or that it's going to surge. But this is all misinformation, okay? You don't need to care about whether the market goes up or down. In fact, Ed is ecstatic when the market goes up, and he's ecstatic when the market goes down. How can this be? Well, CoolTrade takes away the fear, it takes away the misinformation, and it deconditions you, okay? It deprograms you outside of that mentality that you are conditioned to lose, or that, to win you have to spend a ton of money, risk it all. So we can get by with risking very little money and making 10 times as much as you normally would with very little effort. Yeah, there people say they don't know how. That's true. Most people don't know how to make a profit, to make substantial, significant, and sequential, profits every week, every month, maybe even every day in the stock market. And the last thing is that people have nowhere to go to learn. This is pretty much true. They don't teach this in school. They don't teach you how to be an expert in finance in grade school. They don't tell you how to they don't tell you how to pay your taxes or buy a house or anything like that either. You know, a lot of the stuff that we learn in life just comes from hard knocks, and we just try and we fail and then we try again and we learn. Eventually we might succeed, but with the stock market, with all these big institutions, with all the experience and all of the influence, they have a lot more strength to be able to win, whereas we don't. So let's analyze a couple of the alternatives. We just looked at a couple of these and ruled them out. Mutual funds, variable annuities, treasury bills, money markets, CDs, bonds, options. Here's the problem with so many of these. The returns are so low. They're so low. You could be making in a lot of these, in your bank account, you're making less than 1% a year. Maybe some of these will guarantee you 2, 3, 4% a year. Is that beating inflation? Maybe not. Maybe you're not really making any money at the end of the day in terms of your quality of living. And mutual funds and variable annuities. Some of these have huge downside risk to where, you're going all in on a strategy that's following the market. If the market crashes, you're a goner. And it's really hard to make up for losses. It really is. Now for that, most people, they think the stock market is gambling. Just like roulette. So if you put your money on 14, what would happen? You put it right there on 14, and someone spins the roulette wheel and it comes up a different number. Well, you lost the money that you put down. But the thing is, the stock market isn't really like that. The stock market is like you put your money down on 14 and then they spin it and it comes up another number and they don't take your money. You spin it again and it is another number again. They spin it again and it's 14. And you take your profit. That's how the stock market works. You just buy a stock and you just wait for it to go up. Most people are trying to do that with buy and hold, but the problem is they're all in. If the stock market goes down, if their stock goes down, then they're losing money. Sometimes it never recovers and they're lost for good. But we're going to show you how you can actually make profits and make a net profit, sometimes even when the market is going straight down. Every battle is won before it is fought. Sun Tzu. This is Sun Tzu's Art of War. And it's true. If you have a strategy that can't lose, then you've won before you even started. That's what we've got with CoolTrade. So here's what we need in order to have a battle plan where we can win before we even start. Money management. We need to know how much money we're going to start out with, in the stock. When to add. Are we going to add to our winners or are we going to add to our losers? Okay, so that's built into CoolTrade. Risk management. What if this swings wildly? What if we have a sudden crash? All right, is it going to know what to do in that instance? Yes. It's built in protections so that if something happens fast, you don't go all in and lose all your money. Monitoring. Okay, so it's doing this for me. Is it checking every day? Yes. Is it checking every hour? Yes. Is it checking every minute? Yes. It's even checking every second. It's calculating this so fast. Now, profit protection. This is extremely important. What if your goal is, to sell when the stock goes up, 1%. Okay, so it's going up, it's getting close to 1%, and it hits 1%, then it crashes, then it goes back down again. Well, did we take that profit off the table? Yes. CoolTrade takes the profit off the table and does it for you. And the last, probably the most important, is stealth. Stealth is a very interesting feature to CoolTrade. Most people, when they're trading in their online brokerage systems, they've got their limit orders floating out there for the world to see. They're good until canceled, and all the big institutions and their brokers can see your trades waiting to be filled at a high value, at a low value, and they can trade and trade and trade around you or take advantage of you and pick up your stock at a discount, giving you a stop loss, and then they go sell it for a profit. See, this is the battle that they're winning because they can see your cards, because you're showing them your cards if you're trading in a normal way with an online brokerage firm. So CoolTrade Robotic Trader rolls all this into one. It rolls in the money management, the stealth, the risk management, the profit protection, and the monitoring. All these go in to make CoolTrade the robotic trading system, and the only fully robotic trader available to the public, and that's to anybody in the public with no experience required. You don't need to have any programming experience. It's all built there for you. You don't need to have any investing experience. It knows how to trade. So, when in 2005 CoolTrade was released, the stock market game changed. So, this is the next evolution of trading, and it's hooked in to some name brands, just, household names: E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Interactive Brokers, MB Trading, Trade King. These are some of the biggest ones out there that, these online brokerage services. And AutoShares is one of our favorites. They're offering $1 per trade. That's a buck in, a buck out for 100 shares for CoolTrade customers only. They've had other customers. A lot of them are jumping over to CoolTrade because they get such cheaper trades. And really, it's no experience required. 3 steps. You download it, you select a strategy, and you walk away. And selecting a strategy really doesn't take any effort. You check one box to say, okay, go. And you walk away. You just check the box for the strategy closest to the amount that you're investing. Yeah, you can get complicated if you want. You can tweak it. You can look at tons of other strategies that our users have shared willingly. This is one of the most amazing features of CoolTrade is most of the users out there have chosen to share their strategies with everybody else because they want more people to be successful, and that really helps us. It's really humbling to see how engaged and happy our user base is because CoolTrade works so well for them that they've designed, these are day traders, advisors, and they've designed strategies that are very successful. Now we've got thousands of traders in 68 countries using the CoolTrade advantage. This has been running for over 10 years now. So who's using the CoolTrade Robotic Trader? Those tired of getting dismal returns in the traditional investments, those who want to turn their losers into winners in the stock market, those who just want to create wealth for themselves, and also general public and investment advisors. We actually have financial planners that use this to manage the accounts of their clients. And they do that because they make more money with it doing this than they would have otherwise. And their clients are happy about that, and so they refer more business to those advisors. Now, before we get deep into how the software works, I want to show you this disclaimer. This is for demonstration purposes only. We don't make buy, sell, or hold recommendations. Your experiences will be different than past performances. They don't guarantee any future results. You should speak with a financial representative to make sure that this is suitable for you. And any suggestions we're talking about here relate to this simulation mode. You can turn it from simulation to active trading and with real money at your discretion. The income projections here are for illustration purposes. They don't reflect, a particular level of success that you could achieve. Now the views here are my opinions, but they are based on, what I have seen and what I want to share with you here. If you found $50 on the ground, would you pick it up? Say you're just walking down the street and you see $20 or $100. You'd pick that up, right? You wouldn't sit there thinking, oh, what's my average monthly return on the amounts that I'm getting in my accounts right now compared to this, and would it be worth it for me to stoop over? No, you pick it up. You pick it up. What if you picked up $50 one day and the next day you found another $10 on the ground? You pick that up too. What if the next day you found $100? Well, you'd be getting pretty happy. You'd think you'd be getting pretty lucky that this might happen more often. Well, with CoolTrade, it does. You can find money in the market every day with CoolTrade. It'll do it for you. It's like a robot that goes around and just finds money on the sidewalk every week, maybe every day. Money is on the ground waiting for you nearly every single day in the stock market. All right, let's look at a concrete example. This is how CoolTrade trades compared to a buy and hold strategy. So buying and holding, look at General Electric, and we're just looking at the past month, one of the recent months here, November to December. Okay, so it went up. Great. You would have thought you're buying and holding. Great. I made 3% this month. That's a phenomenal return for 1 month. But look at its ups and downs. If we just cut that off halfway through, we would have made only half as much. If we started a little bit later, maybe we would have lost money buying and holding this. So it's really hard to know when to get in and when to get out when you're buying and holding, and there's a very strong chance you might not make anything at all in a given period. Well, look at this. Just look at all the ups and downs this has. Almost every single day there's a big jump and a big fall. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And this happens dozens of times. So, okay, it went up 95 cents in this 1 month period. That's 3%. So 100 shares would have netted you $95 if you sold it at the end of the month. Okay, well, how does CoolTrade trade this? It gets those positives, those rises, but it doesn't get those falls. It buys at the bottom and sells at the top. So take a look at this. This is actively trading. 31, 57, 30, 60, 68. Are we higher than $95 yet? 59, 64, 26, 35, 54, 44. I skipped a few. And we made $747. That's a lot more than 95. And how much additional effort did this take? None. I didn't have to day trade this. I didn't have to sit in front of my computer and watch a stock ticker and see that it was going to go up and then maybe get lucky guessing that I was at the top. It just does it. It just works. You just turn it on, select a strategy, and walk away. That's how it works. Let's look at a couple more examples. And this is much larger time horizons. We're looking at 2 years to be more fair to you. Let's take a look at this. 2013 to 2015. And this is a more conservative strategy. We're looking for a dollar up and a dollar down. So it's going to wait for it to go down a dollar, it's going to buy, and then it's going to go up a dollar, and then it's going to sell. Well, the average trade in this is probably going to be somewhere between $50 and $100 because you're looking at 100 shares per lot. So if you bought and held Microsoft for 2 years, from 2013, summer 2013, summer 2015, you would have made almost $1,000, $945. But if you actively traded it, you would have made over 80 trades. That's almost $6,000. That's 6 times as much as you would have made buying and holding Microsoft in that period. Let's look at Halliburton. This is another great stock, but the thing is, look, it crashed. It started out fairly low, then it got really, really high. Went up from 45 to 75. Then it crashed back down under 40. So you would have actually lost money holding this for 2 years. But if you bought and sold and then bought and sold and bought and sold and bought and sold 107 times, you would have made $7,200. You would have made $7,500 more than if you were buying and holding. That's priceless, and you don't have to lift a finger. It just does it all for you. Makes a trade every week. One trade a week. That's all you need to make thousands of dollars with CoolTrade. And we've got strategies that work every single day, multiple times a day. So they could make in 1 year 400 trades or 500 trades, net tens of thousands of dollars. Let's look at JP Morgan. This is my last example here. 2 years, buy and hold, 1378. Wow. Okay, that's fine. 20% gain. You'd be happy about that. I'd be happy about that. But you know what would make me ecstatic? 107 trades and make 5 times as much. 76.50 for 107 trades. Just trade it once a week and make that much. It's amazing. This is what CoolTrade can do. Look at all those ups and downs, up and down and up and down. All of those are trading opportunities to buy low and sell high, and you don't have to watch the market. It does it for you. So this is how it actually works. This is the only fully automated stock trading software out there. So, all right, this is just a simple strategy. Bank of America Corp, Alcoa, Cisco, these are really big stocks. And here's what we're looking at. Okay, this is a short strategy, and we're looking at 1,000 shares for each lot. So this is a very risky strategy with a lot of money involved. But, you know, we can modify it for our preferences. Say it's going the other direction, and you can do it with 100 shares each. It just makes these trades $300, $300 twice a day. All right, this one strategy, this one day, made $56,000 positive in 1 day. So you can wipe out any negatives that you're holding. See, I'm going to go back and I want to show you this. If you were to go back, say you bought right there at the very top in Halliburton, and then you were all in, and you sold at the bottom, then you would have lost half your money. Almost. But with CoolTrade, you see all those ups and downs in the middle between the 70, the high, and the below under 40. There are lots of ups and downs, and they're positive trade action that would have happened. In fact, 20 out of those 107 trades happened in that crash of Halliburton in 2014. So you could have made that. You could have made a profit on the way down, and that's how CoolTrade works. Here is the strategy wizard screen. Well, actually, I want to go back. I just want to show you this a little bit more here. So, yeah, here's the trading platform and the positions that you have. Okay, Bank of America. You see how many positions it's holding? That's fine. Look, they all went up this 1 day. And then you've got a couple other symbols there. And this is just how it works. It just analyzes the market. You can change anything that you want to while it's running, but it's best if you just let it run. Just let it do its work. All right. So this is the strategy wizard. This shows you exactly how the strategy works. Now, as I said before, you can just use a default strategy. Use the best one there that's just given to you. You don't need to go into it to change anything. Just start trading and make 1%, 2%, 5% a month without doing anything else. When are you going to get that kind of a return in a mutual fund or in any other type of just financial product out there? You're not going to make 5% a month or 2% a month, which is 25, 30%, 50%, 60% a year on your money. CoolTrade can do this by taking profits every week, sometimes every day. So the way that this strategy that we're looking at here works is 200 shares per trade. You see there under the name. Trading shares, 200 shares per trade. Max shares, 1,000 shares per symbol. That's saying I'm going to go 5 levels deep. I'm only going to spend a part of my money, maybe 30%, 20% of my money when I start, and then when it goes down, I'm going to add to it, and then when it goes up, I'm going to sell. So it adds on losers, and it adds, and then it sells, and just like it showed earlier, it goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. At that same level, it can rest at a certain level, buying and selling dozens of times before it goes deeper and before it goes up past the first level. And here you got, okay, it's looking at two symbols, maximum symbols to purchase two. Max range to spread trades across, $10. Minimum purchase interval, 50 cents. What that means is that's defining how we're going to add on our drops. So if it goes down at least 50 cents and then stretched out over $10, we're going to say we're going to add 5 positions, and we're going to add them, you got to say maybe probably every $2 or so. So if it goes down $2, add another position. If it goes 2 more, add another position. All right, and then it goes up, sell, take a profit. You see the calendar there, the hours there on the right side. The system boots itself up in the morning. It starts checking open new positions. It starts checking to add new positions. Before the end of the day, it stops checking to close positions. You see we have it set to 3:57 p.m. That last line there. Close positions time range. Stop checking to close positions at 3:57 p.m. Because this is on New York time. The stock market closes at 4 p.m. We want to make sure that the system, if it's going to close anything, it doesn't send out that market order right at the bell, because sometimes the brokers are fishy and they wait until the next morning and then the stock is gapped down and you don't make the money you wanted. So we set that up so by default it's making the right kind of trades. Alright, the next box down, the second one from the bottom, the one with the green box that says verify start stop times. Close, I'm going to look at the second line there. Close open positions that have reached their goal. Okay, so you have a goal in here. Let's say your goal is to make 50 cents. All right, so on 100 shares, or on this in this strategy, 200 shares, 50-cent gain per share, meaning my goal is to make $100 a trade. All right, if it's reached my goal, at the end of the day, I want to sell it. I don't want to wait until the next day to see if it goes even higher, because what if it gaps down? What if it starts low the next morning because of after hours trading? Well, all right. Then let's close it at the end of the day and take that money off the table. If we find that $50 on the ground, let's pick it up. Let's take it out, put it back into cash. There we go. Our account just increased because we took that profit off the table. So we're not all in. We're just in long enough to take a profit. Then we're out. This is sniping. This is like sniping, and everything is money. You're just going around. You're just taking the money off the ground. And the next line, close open positions that have made this much profit. Okay, so right at the end of the day, if we've made at least $50 profit, so half our goal, just take that. Just take that off the table. Just take it. All right, you don't want to wait till the next morning and for that to disappear. Just take it off right now. All right, there's a 50% chance it's going to be gone if you wait, so just take it. All right. So this is tab 1. We're going to skip the other tabs right now. All they are is just, rules you can change about how to add or take away stocks. Frankly, we don't use them anymore. We just, the strategy just picks a few stocks for us and we just trade them. We don't use any rules to open positions or close positions. These are the rules that we use to close positions. This is our bread and butter screen. It's called the profit requirement screen. Okay, so this is bread and butter. This is the money maker screen. Profit goal, 50 cents per share. On 200 shares, $100 a trade. All right, but when it goes up to 50-cent gain per share, we don't want to just sell it right when it's hit that goal. We want it to keep going up. We would like to make twice as much if we could. All right, but it goes up, say goes up to 50 over, 55 over. Then it starts pulling back again. Well, it's not going to sell until it pulls back 7 cents from a highest point that it reached. So if it goes up to 75 and then pulls back 7 cents, okay, now it's at 68, then it sells and we take all that profit. What if it doesn't reach 50? What if it reaches 49 and then pulls back down? Well, we've had that. We've had a client that her goal was set to 50 cents. It went up to 49 cents, and then it crashed. And she's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where'd all that profit go?" All right, so she didn't take it off the table, so we added a feature called profit protection. That's there on the right side. Start profit protection here, 25 cents. So if at half my goal, I'm going to have a goal range where I start taking the profits at 25 cents. So if it hits at least 25 cents and then goes down, there's a pullback built into the system that says, I want to take some of that profit off the table, okay? If it goes up 25 cents and then back down to 10 cents, sell it. If it goes up to 35 cents or 40 cents and then it goes down 10 cents or 15 cents, sell it. We want to make a profit. And then if it goes up to 50 cents and then it pulls back 7 cents, sell it. So those are the goals set up in there. Look at the bottom right box, re-entry pullback. That means if I sell at a profit, I know that this stock just bounces up and down. I don't want to buy in immediately where I just started, because then I might buy high and then I have to wait a while for it to get higher. So I say on the same day, I'm only going to re-enter if it pulls back another 25 cents from where I sold it. So okay, that's what I'm going to do. Wait for another 25-cent drop, then buy in, then it goes up, then I sell again. There you go. More profit I take off the table. And look, you got stop losses in here, but they're deactivated right now. All of our systems are like that. We don't run with stop losses. We don't take losses in this. So we set them to $300 as a stop loss, and our stocks are only around $30 or $40, so there's no way they'd ever be tripped. We just take profits. We just buy low and sell high. We never buy high and sell low. That's a stop loss. We don't do that. All right, so let me just show you how the money management works in this. Say you want to get these 4 stocks: Microsoft, NEM, USO, BAC, which is Bank of America. Stock prices 44, 22, 18, and 17. The way to figure out how much money you need in order to trade these is to take the stock and times it by 1,000, then divide by 2. That's 10 times 100 shares, or 5 times 200 shares, so that's 1,000, times the price divided by 2 to get the average for each lot that you have, all added up together, and you get the funds available you need is about 50,000. So 1,000 times 44 divided by 2, 22,000. Same with the other one, 11,000, 9,000, 8,500. What that means is you have enough money to ride this stock all the way down if it goes all the way down. But before it does that, and while it's doing that, you're going to take profits on the way down and keep taking profits, and those profits are going to outweigh any negative that you could have had holding that. Let's just show you how this works. What if we picked the 20 worst stocks in the stock market for the past 2 years? Okay, we're just showing you that CoolTrade can make money when a stock market plummets. CoolTrade can make money when a stock dies, because it doesn't die fast. Companies don't just go out of business overnight all the time, especially not ones that are public, that are actively traded. So be careful when you pick which stocks are going to trade, or just use one of the strategies that has been working well for years, because it trades stocks and companies that are stable. But say you picked this, WPCS, you still would have made 162 trades, even though it lost 97% of its value. You would have walked away with $11,400 in closed trades. Maybe you lost $6,000 on it. Well, you're still up $5,000 in positive trades. You didn't do anything. The system did it all for you. It made you thousands of dollars, and you didn't even have to lift a finger. It made a trade every single week, maybe more than that. So okay, if you had $120,000, you could have traded all of these all the way down, and you would have made on top of the 121,000. Look, active trade profit 11,000, 5,000, 10,000. What's the average here? Something around 8,000. We're looking at, times 16. We're looking at 150,000 in gains, doubling your money in 2 years, even though all of these stocks went down. Isn't that amazing? You could have made that much money on your money with CoolTrade, even with the worst of stocks. So with the best of stocks, oh man, we can't even make a chart to show you what type of potential profits you have. So okay, real quick, I want to tell you the pricing. There's a special pricing for people that heard our radio show or that saw it on YouTube or Facebook. You'll get 3 years for the price of one. All the other resellers of CoolTrade can only sell 1-year licenses for $3,500. Regular 3-year licenses is $49.90. But we're giving you 3 years, so 1 year plus an extra 2 years for free for $3,500. Now the only link that you can use to get that is cooltrade.org/cooltraderadio. cooltrade.org/cooltraderadio. Cooltrade.org is our main page. It needs to be a /cooltraderadio to get to the page that has the link that's just 3,500. So if you want any other information on this, go ahead and give me a call, 480-636-0927, 480-636-0927. We'll answer all your questions. That link is not going to expire anytime soon. You don't need to rush to get this, but you probably want to, because you can make 1%, 2%, 5% a month, maybe 10% a month on average with CoolTrade by taking profits every week or every day or multiple times a day, just finding money all over the ground and just picking it all up. You don't need to do anything else. All right, so that's CoolTrade, the future of online trading. Get in touch with the person that invited you onto this and get CoolTrade. We'll set it up for you. You don't need to lift a finger. You can just turn the strategy on and you're done. You're all set. Just hook it up to one of our broker partners if you want to trade live, and then you're good to go. Have a great night. Have a great next day, and God bless. Thank you.